The college football season is right around the corner, and y'all know what that means for us in Dynasty Fantasy Football. Rookies! Rookie draft season starts the moment we hear college game day on Saturday mornings. We ain't waiting to the Senior Bowl. We don't wait to the Combine. We damn sure ain't waiting until a couple of weeks before the draft. You're tapped in here right now. Y'all know that's what we do over here at the Draft Network. It doesn't matter if you're trying to get ready to see what your favorite NFL team is going to draft or how you're going to construct your Dynasty Fantasy Football rosters. The draft is what we do, and we got you covered. So we're going to have a little TED Talk, a little TDN time, TDN conversation about how we should be approaching these 2023 quarterbacks in this upcoming rookie draft class and beyond, based on just some trends that we've seen over the past 10 years at that position. So strap in. I'm glad you tapped in. Let's talk it out. 2023 quarterbacks right now. What's going down, y'all? It's your boy RayG here for the Draft Network, and just want to have a little quick philosophical conversation with y'all about how we should be constructing our rosters in fantasy football and how should we be thinking about the quarterback position long term in Dynasty. You know, I see a lot of gamers making this mistake, I call it. I'm going to call it a mistake because over the past couple of years, it has been a bad strategy. But you build and construct your roster and you punt the quarterback position, or we're placing so much faith in these upcoming rookie quarterbacks that we're bypassing the Kirk Cousins, the Derek Carrs, the Matthew Staffords. And I'm not getting into this ADP discussion. We ain't getting into the rankings. I'm just talking about getting on the field and playing the position of quarterback. I know what Matt Stafford's going to do this year. I know what Derek Carr is going to give us. I know what Kirk Cousins is going to do and some of these other veteran quarterbacks in for fantasy football. I have no clue. As good as I think Bryce Young is, as dope as I think CJ Stroud is, we have no clue. And more importantly, the NFL doesn't have a clue because they've been horrible at predicting and drafting and selecting and giving us the information in which we need to try to make informed decisions in fantasy. They've been awful at it over the past however many years, and we continue to see that year after year after year. And I understand the 2022 quarterback class did not go as we planned. We love the talent of Malik Willis. I was a big fan of what Matt Corral could potentially be, but ultimately those guys were drafted in round 3. Sam Howell was drafted in round 5. And if you were one of the teams that banked your fantasy future on one of those quarterbacks, you are up, you know what's creek without a paddle right now, and it ain't looking good. And I'm trying to learn from our past mistakes that we don't do that again. Even with these two talented prospects, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, and company in the 2023 class. In this video, I am not talking about the traits. Bryce Young is dope. CJ Stroud is dope. And if you want to read how good they are, what areas they excel in, go to draftnetwork.com. Keith Sanchez wrote a scouting report on Bryce Young. Joe Marino cranked one out about CJ Stroud. Go tap into them to dive into, the traits and the tools that they have. I'm just talking about the position. I went back to 2009 just to see what quarterbacks were projected to be the top pick, top quarterback, top player at their position in their respective draft classes, and which one of those guys actually held that value throughout the season, was drafted as the top guy. The hell with if they were good in the NFL or not. I just want to see if they got drafted as the top quarterback. And going back to 2009, I've only seen 3 examples of the presumed top quarterback going into the NFL draft class actually carry that value and be selected as the top guy. 2009, Matt Stafford. He was the top quarterback coming in that year, was drafted as the top quarterback by the Detroit Lions. 2012, Andrew Luck, top quarterback going in, top quarterback selected by the Colts. And then there was a big gap. And then we saw it in 2021. T-Law, highest rated quarterback consensus going into that college season. He was drafted number 1 overall, top quarterback in the class. Now, you can go through 2021 was a great example. Justin Fields, we know he would go high. Trey Lance, we had a strong feeling that he'd be drafted high in the NFL draft. No one really saw Zach Wilson coming, right? You go back to 2010. Jimmy Clausen was the projected top quarterback in the 2010 draft class. Ended up being Sam Bradford. 2011, it was Andrew Luck, Ryan Mallett. Luck didn't come out. Mallett was not very good. Luck came out in 2012. It ended up being Cam Newton. And as I'm looking through these early mocks, these way too early mocks, Cam Newton was mocked nowhere in the first round, just like Robert Griffin III in 2012. After Andrew Luck, the top projected quarterback was Matt Barkley and Landry Jones. No Robert Griffin III anywhere to be found, and we saw the Washington Commanders trade a fortune to get that quarterback during the 2012 draft. 2013, Matt Barkley. It pains me. USC Trojans, it hurts, but Matt Barkley was projected to be the top pick, followed by Tyler Wilson. Pop quiz, who the hell is Tyler Wilson? 2013, the top quarterback drafted by the NFL, EJ Manuel. 2014, Teddy B, Teddy Two Gloves, projected to be the number one quarterback in that 2014 class. It was Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles, nobody was banging the table for Blake Bortles. So as you continue to just look through history, go back to 2020. People weren't tanking for Joe Burrow, for Justin Herbert. It was tank for Tua. So what I'm saying, what we need to be thinking about, this isn't an indictment on Young or Stroud, but it's trying to identify which quarterback could make this rise. Which quarterback could be the Blake Bortles, could be the Sam Bradford, the Cam Newton, the Robert Griffin III. Which one of these quarterbacks currently in this 2023 eligible for the 2023 NFL draft can rise up and push either Stroud or Young? And for as good as those two quarterbacks are, there will be questions. Mark my word, there will be questions. Bryce Young's not the biggest guy. People were calling for C.J. Stroud's head after one half of football versus Minnesota last season. So the takeaway from this, if you have future rookie picks and you're loading up to just draft Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, be mindful. Be mindful that that strategy may be a very, very bad bet based on the history and the trend of what the NFL has done and told us about these quarterbacks. Let 2022 be a lesson for us, man. If you've got the opportunity to load up a locked and loaded starter, a locked and loaded star, no matter how big of a crybaby Kyler Murray is, no matter how much you dislike Jalen Hurts if he gets a contract extension, or the Dallas Cowboys, America's team's Dak Prescott, if you've got an opportunity to lock up a known commodity, a known producer at the quarterback position in Superflex, I'm not telling you not to draft Stroud. I'm not telling you not to draft Bryce Young. Damn it, I want him too. But what I will not do, and what I will not let you do, I'm not going to let the people do it, is place and leverage your entire Dynasty roster's future at that position in Superflex in an uncertain position like quarterback. And it's not an indictment against us. The NFL can't seem to get it right year after year. So stop making these bets. Stop placing your roster's future in these upcoming rookies. You want them, but make sure you got some protection. Make sure you have a locked and loaded star, a known commodity, a proven NFL starter. I ain't talking no Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold. Get you a guy early in your dynasty startup drafts. Pair that with the youth of the incoming rookie, and if he ends up panning out, great. And if not, at least you still have a usable asset at the quarterback position by way of one of your veterans. So, just a little quick TED Talk. Seeing a lot of people do this, man. Seeing a lot of people bypass star quarterbacks in hopes of hitting on one of these young guys. And the last layer to this equation is, even if Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud are in fact the number one and number two picks at the quarterback position next year in the draft, man, they've got a gauntlet to get through to become top 5, top 8, top 10. And I know you'll say, Ray, no one thought Justin Herbert was going to be a top quarterback. You're betting on the outlier. I'm not betting on the outlier. These guys, all of them, they've got to get through Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Trey Lance if he makes it. They still have so many obstacles to become those top 10, top 12, top 8, top 5, top 3 quarterbacks in Dynasty. I want them, but I am not going to leverage my Dynasty roster's future in rookie quarterbacks. Get the proven commodity, accumulate the picks, make moves, make savvy deals, but don't be silly. Don't be silly. Do not have an awesome roster and think you're going to just replenish it with rookie quarterbacks and become a monster. You got to be diligent. You got to be patient. You got to be smart. So I hope you appreciated the quick TED Talk, the TDN talk here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go to thedraftnetwork.com. Check out all the summer scouting profiles on your favorite upcoming rookies. Stay tapped into the channel. Like, subscribe. I'm out of this thing. Peace.